welcome back to my channel. After nearly 6 months of solo travel and living abroad, I'm finally back in Melbourne, a city I've called home for 6 years. It's a strange feeling after months of surviving, exploring, and living freely on my own overseas. Coming back here, I'm not sure if I feel happy or not. No matter how long we drift, life always finds its way back to some kind of routine. Ups and downs are part of the rhythm. But honestly, I already find myself missing those carefree days. It's funny, when I'm far away from my Euro life, it feels like I get to start over, live a different version of myself. But eventually, I always come back to face what I left behind. This half year of slow travel taught me something important. There's no need to feel guilty for living a lighter, slower life. In fact, maybe that is something we've been missing all along. Back when I was working full-time, I was always looking ahead, afraid to slow down, afraid to fall behind. But after stepping away from that world, I realized the world doesn't fall apart just because you pause. Taking this time gave me space to think, what kind of life do I really want to live? Busy doesn't always mean meaningful. Being busy has somehow become the default mode of adulthood. But now, even with a slower pace, I find myself doing things that truly matter to me. Wherever I go next, I think I will carry that mindset with me, that I can live fully, intentionally, and gently, no matter where I am. Back in Melbourne, I've returned to my Euro routine, and that means more time to focus on my training. If I had to rank my priorities, training will always be at the top. Not because I'm chasing some perfect body, but because I know my body. I know how much movement means to me, physically, mentally, and emotionally. For years, I struggled with insecurity, a flat chest, thick legs, no curves, a little belly roll. I used to feel so self-conscious, so inadequate. But things started to change when I began to move. And I mean really move, not just to burn calories, not to fit into a certain size, but to feel strong, to feel alive, and to feel in control of my own body. Because here's the truth. Fitness has never been just about losing weight. It's about discovering a better version of yourself, one right, one wrong, one sweat-soaked session at a time. People often ask me, I want to lose weight. Will training like you help? And honestly, I want to say, you don't need fitness to lose weight. You can change your body through diet alone if that's your only goal. But if you want confidence, strength, and a deeper connection with yourself, then move your body. Move to celebrate it, move to understand it, move to heal. Over time, what you gain is so much more than what you lose. Finished. I just finished the training and took a shower. Now I'm heading out to have lunch with my friends. This is today's outfit. Yeah, I trained so hard this morning. So for the lunch, I plan to eat some Chinese food. Yeah, let's go. There was a time when I asked myself, do I want to be a foodie or a fitness girl? It felt like I had to choose one or the other. Like if I wanted to stay fit, I couldn't indulge in good food. And if I wanted to enjoy food and travel freely, I had to let go of fitness. But over time, I realized I don't have to choose. Cheers. I want to be someone who trains hard and enjoys food. Someone who stays active and strong while also experiencing the world through flavors, culture, and travel. It's not about extremes, it's not about strict diets or reckless indulgence. It's about balance.
All the dishes cannot fit in one table.
And more importantly, it's about living fully. To me, fitness is not a punishment for eating, and eating well isn't something I need to earn. Life is meant to be experienced in movement, in joy, and yes, in good food. Now, after 3 years of consistent training, I've stopped upsizing. Yes, I still get a little belly when I sit. Sometimes I'm leaner, sometimes I gain a little after eating good food. Sometimes I skip good days for weeks, and yes, my butt flies. Some weeks I'm tired and I rise. Some weeks I'm disciplined and treat every day. But I made peace with all of that.
Now we are at the Costco to do some groceries. I haven't been Costco for like almost 1 year. I really miss the pizza here. Look at the eggs. We found the eggs here. Yeah, limit 1 per membership.
I've learned to balance my body with my life. I've stopped the chasing perfection and started listening to my body. And in doing so, I've received so much more from the movement than just a reflection in the mirror. So if you're stuck in body anxiety, I want to say this: let it go.
I just got a big box of sandwiches from Costco. Check it out! Wow! And I'm gonna portion them out and freeze them. So it's super convenient for those times when I'm hungry and I need something super quick to eat.
Fall in love with the process and you will feel more joy than you ever imagined. Because when you truly love yourself, everything in your life becomes lighter, brighter, more positive.
Actually, I'm not that hungry, but I really want to try this.
These past few years, I've honestly become happier than ever. I can enjoy food freely with my friends, laugh over late night snacks.
And also I want to show you guys, I bought this protein powder because it's half price now in Chemist Warehouse. And also my pre-workouts and the creatine. I never tried creatine, yeah, because I'm not in my bulking phase, but maybe I will give it a try for once or twice. Let's see how it works.
I no longer calculate every calorie because life isn't just numbers, life is experience. And fitness, it gives us energy, freedom, and choice. So that's why I train and that's why I always choose to move.
I like this color. I'm ready. Let's go. Just finished running and now it's tennis time.
One of the things I love most about Australia is definitely the weather and the scenery. The blue skies, the open spaces, the fresh breeze. It's just perfect for anything outdoors. Whether it's going for a run, hiking, tennis, reading on the beach, or simply watching the sunset, everything feels calm, grounded, and peaceful here. Life in Australia moves at a slower pace. It's not as fast, crowded, or convenient as many parts of Asia. You can't expect to eat out for every meal. You cook for yourself, clean up after yourself, and do things on your own.
I finished my brunch. Overnight oats with protein powder. Oh, it looks gross.
Sometimes I really do miss the convenience of Asia. The 24/7 food, the energy, the buzz of people everywhere. And living here has taught me something different. It's taught me how to be more independent, to be okay with silence, to be okay with not being constantly stimulated. It's taught me how to be with myself, fully and honestly.
When the city noise fades, when there's no traffic jam outside your window, no street food stalls waiting downstairs, you learn to listen to your own thoughts. You sit at the beach with a book, feeling the sand, hearing the birds and the waves, and somehow it all feels enough. There's no rush, no pressure, no performance. And in that space, I've learned to take better care of myself, to cook for myself, to show up for myself, to enjoy the stillness, to find beauty in doing nothing and peace in doing things alone. Australia gave me that space to slow down, to reflect, and to gently reconnect with myself. I used to think being alone meant being lonely, but now I know solitude can be beautiful. It gives you space to grow, to breathe, to really understand what matters to you. Not every day is exciting. Some days are quiet, even boring. But even in those slow, simple moments, making a meal, watching the clouds move, walking with no destination, I've learned to find comfort. Because when you learn to enjoy your own company, you will never feel like something's missing. Some days I drink hard, some days I just move, but I still show up. At this point, fitness isn't just a habit, it's part of who I am. It gives my day structure, a beginning that grounds me before the world starts asking things of me. In the gym, I'm not competing with anyone. I'm there to be present with my breath, my form, my limits. It's not about chasing perfection, it's about showing up when no one's watching for no one but myself. Training teaches me discipline, yes, but it also teaches me patience. Some progress takes weeks, some takes years. There's no shortcut, and maybe that's what makes it so meaningful. I've also learned to listen to my body more, to understand that strength doesn't always look like lifting more weight. Sometimes it looks like walking away without guilt. Fitness has become a quiet place of clarity in my life, where I process emotions, come back to myself, and feel powerful in ways that have nothing to do with appearance. After training, I like to keep things simple. Today I made a yogurt bowl with protein powder, a few toppings, and that's it. I'm not a fancy cook. I usually stick to easy meals that work for me. But recently, I've been thinking maybe it's time to step out of that comfort zone, try new recipes, new ingredients, not for everyone else, but just for the joy of discovering something new. It's the same with life, isn't it? We get used to certain routines, certain flavors, but every now and then we need a little change, something unfamiliar, something exciting. After breakfast, I usually settle into work, emails, writing, editing, thinking. It's a quieter part of my day, but I've learned to treat this part with the same intention as training or cooking. It's not about rushing or taking things off. It's about being fully in it. Yeah, the older I get, the more I realize life isn't a race. Productivity isn't everything. What matters is, did I move with care? Did I eat with joy? Did I show up with presence? If the answer is yes, that's enough for today.